channel. My name is Stephanie for those who are joining me today. Today I'm just doing an eye tutorial using the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I did an Instagram poll asking everyone what they would rather see me using the bite-sized e.l.f. palettes that recently came out maybe like a month or so ago, or this Zulu palette that I recently picked up from Ulta because they had a sale and I got this puppy so cheap, so I had to do it. So yeah, everybody voted and the Zulu palette won. So if you guys are not following me on my social media outlets, I suggest that you do because I'm most active on my Instagram and my Snapchat most of the time. So if you're not following me, follow me at Rebellamua official on IG. So yeah, go check me out on my social media outlets. And without further ado, let's quickly jump into this eye tutorial. Jumping in with the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. This palette is super pretty and colorful, as you guys can see. So I already primed my eyelids and did all that. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm taking a fluffy domed brush, as you guys can see, and I'm going to jump into this bright pink color that's in the palette. And taking that on my brush, and I'm going to apply that on my crease. Kind of like if it's a transitional shade, like the way you would put on a transitional shade, but I'm using the pink shade as my transition. So right on the crease, blending back and forth. And it's okay that it's not blended. We're just kind of placing right now. And then I'm going to go back with a fluffy brush to blend out the edges. So it's kind of like placing at this very moment. So that's what I'm doing right now, just placing the pink where I want it on the crease. So now taking a fluffy brush that absolutely has no product on there. It looks like this because I've been using it to blend out my outer corners and really just blowing out the look. So that's why it looks pink like this, because it's just my blending brush. But I have no product on here, and I'm just going to blend the edges a little bit. So it looks a little like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump back into the palette and taking another kind of dense fluffy brush. By the way, I'm using BH brushes and Moda brushes. So that's, if you're curious, those are the brushes I'm using. So I'm going to take this bright orangey yellow shade that's right here in the palette. So I'm going to dip my brush into this color right here, pick that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that above the pink shade. So just where I blended it out, I'm going to place the yellow shade, kind of like a ombre effect. So those two colors can kind of meet, but you can definitely see the orangey yellow shade peeking through. As you can see, it's giving us like a nice little ombre effect to the eyes. And I really want to apply it so you definitely see the two colors, like the difference between the orangey yellow shade and then like the pink, you know. It's kind of looking like a sunset, you know. So now what I want to do is I want to take the original domed fluffy brush that we were using to apply the pink shade and dip back into the pink shade and just really place it right back into the crease so you don't lose it. So it's very important that you are blending and placing a lot, because especially with looks that have lots of colors to them and you're using different colors, because you don't want to lose the shades. You want to be able to see the pink shade, the orangey shade. You definitely want your colors to jump through and pop. So it's good that you always place those colors again so you don't lose them while blending. So you're going to be seeing me do that a lot. Now I'm going back into the orangey yellow shade and doing the same thing so you don't lose the colors. Now taking a kind of like a pencil brush, but it's very dense. You know, I don't know exactly what to call this, and it's just an e.l.f. brush. but I use it to kind of pack on color. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the purple shade in the palette, and I'm going to dab my brush into that color. I'm going to place the purple shade on my lid, but starting on the outer edge of my lid, really packing on that purple shade. Remember, placing is key before blending because you want to just have an outline of where your colors are going to be. So I'm placing the purple shade and going back and forth and just packing it on the lid. So I'm going back and forth, dipping my brush into the palette and just applying that shade to my eye. Now I'm going to put that same purple shade in the inner corner of my lid, kind of creating like a halo eye, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to create a halo eye today. So that's what I'm doing, but just placing first and putting the colors where I want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the concealer that I'm using at the moment. So I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium. So I'm going to take that and use it to create a halo eye, or kind of like a cut crease but in halo form, if that makes sense. So I take that in the back of my hand, of course, and I'm taking right now a Luxie Precision Crease brush. So it looks like this. I love this brush because it's very small and I can definitely carve out my lid or my crease for cut creases. So I'm going to take that and apply that on my brush. And I'm going to apply the concealer right in the middle of my lid, right on the bottom, and kind of work my way up. And when I get midway, what helps me really like know where to stop is I kind of look up, and it just does the work for me. So you see how it kind of just showed me where my lid meets my crease. So that's how far I'm going to take my concealer and blend it out. Take a little more if I need, and just really blend out the edges and create a nice halo lid. And it's super easy once you get the hang of it. Now that I have that blended out, I like to take a little, I like to take my sponge and taking the pointing tip of it, and I just kind of blend out that concealer in the middle where it's not too thick. So when I apply my eyeshadow to it, it doesn't apply crazy because it's a bunch of concealer just sitting on your eyelid. You like, you know, blend it out. So I'm going to take a packer brush right here. This one is by Profusion. It doesn't have a number on. Use it to pack on eyeshadow. So I'm taking the purple shade, packing it on, and I'm going to do the same technique that I did with the other brush and just really packing it on the outer end where I kind of lost it, applying the concealer, and doing the same thing to the inner corner. Taking the original brush that I was using for the pink shade, dabbing right back into that pink shade and placing that on my crease so I don't lose it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another flat packer brush. This is by Wet n Wild and the Bretman Collab. So I'm going to take the shimmery blue shade that's in this palette. It's such a beautiful teal color. And I'm going to take that right on the brush like this. And I'm going to apply that the outer edges of the concealer where the concealer and the purple shade meet. So I'm going to blend this into the purple shade and the concealer shade. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other end and blend that in. It's such a pretty color. I love it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dip my finger into this rose gold pinky shade. It's like a dual chrome shade. It shifts when it hits the light. It's such a pretty color, as you can see. So I'm going to take that and apply that right in the middle of my halo eye where the blue meets the concealer, right in the middle. Just like that. I feel like applying it with the finger is so much better the pigment really shows up. Now dipping back into the shimmery blue shade right here with the same brush that I was using. And I'm going to place that color so we don't lose it again, right where those colors meet. Now that we have those colors placed, I'm going to take the shimmery pink one more time and place it in the middle and just blend it out to those blue shades, just like that. More gradient effect. So what I'm going to do to top the color off and give it a little bit more shimmer, I'm going to take my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Diamond Dust, and I'm going to apply that on top of that pinky shade in the middle. And I'm just dabbing it on right in the middle to give it a little sparkle. Looks so pretty. Oh, you see that? Look how pretty that looks. Stunning. I am obsessed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lid. I'm not doing a wing. I'm just going to line it so we can hide the lash, the band of the lash line. So I'm going to quickly line my lid, apply my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I just did my liner and also applied my lashes. Then the lashes I am using today are by the Creme Shop in the style Lolita. I love these lashes so freaking much. They're so pretty, so full. They're everything. Like, they're me. So jumping back into the Zulu palette so we can finish off the under eye. So I'm going to take the brush that we were applying, that orangey yellow shade, and I'm going to take that yellow shade and apply that to my bottom lash line. Now taking the brush that we were using to apply the pink shade and taking the pink shade and applying that right on the line, the waterline as well. Now taking the domed brush that we were using for the purple shade and applying that to my waterline as well, and blending the purple and the pink together. Now taking the fluffy brush that I was using for the yellow orangey shade and dipping back into that and blending out those edges. I really want the bottom lash to be really dramatic and blown out. So yeah, hence the drama. Look how pretty that looks. I am obsessed. I am freaking obsessed. Stunning. So now to finish off the waterline, I'm going to take Rimmel London Scandal Eyes waterproof gel pencil in the shade Nude, and I'm going to apply that to my waterline. It's mixing in with the pink shade and it's creating like a bright baby pink underneath my waterline. So now to finish off the bottom lash line with some mascara. So I'm just using my Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. I'm just trying to use this up because it's drying out a little bit. Now to finish off the inner corner and my brow bone, I'm going to take the Pixi by Petra Highlighting Duo in Delicate Dew. And I'm taking my little pencil domed brush, and I'm going to take the lighter shade out of the palette and apply that to my brow bone and my inner corner. And that is it for the look today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really had fun testing out the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. Like, she's very pretty. The colors are super pigmented. It's just delicious. Like, I love it. It's such my vibe because you guys know I love color. I love playing with color and experimenting with different looks with color. So yeah, that was very much my vibe, and I really recommend this palette. I hope you guys enjoyed my eye tutorial today. I'm also going to leave the details on the rest of the makeup products that I'm using on my face in the description, so don't forget to check that out if you are curious on everything else that I'm wearing on my face. But yeah, that is it for my look today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already to join my little glowing family. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.